Getting set up like this gives your swing almost no chance straight from the beginning. So when we look at where the hip should be positioned, ideally you should feel like this front hip is slightly higher than this back hip. We want to feel like this front hip bumps forward and we feel like this back shoulder drops down ever so slightly, getting the hips a little bit more in this position with the spine angled slightly away from the target. The reason being, from here, this is going to allow you to rotate very effectively. As you get to a position where this back hip hikes up, front hip works down, spine leans forward, this is a recipe for reverse pivoting. This is not an effective way to move or rotate during the backswing, especially if you are a slicer of the golf ball. So be sure that you get that front hip push up and forward slightly, back shoulder drop down. The number one thing I get asked is, how much do I do this, or do I do this with every club? The drill that I love is if you get set up in this position where you hold a club in the center of the chest and on the center of the stomach, you're gonna bump the hips forward, crunch into the trail side until you hit yourself in the thigh. A wedge stance is very narrow, minimal tilt. 7-iron, a little wider, a little more tilt. Driver, much wider, going to be maximum tilt. That is a good way to give you an idea of how much to do it with each club. Guys, unfortunately, cooler days are coming. I don't want to admit it either, but this is a new jacket from Stitch Golf. This is the Coupe. Very lightweight, breathable, perfect for these cooler mornings that are coming. Great logoing and detailing. Be sure to go get one. Use code BryceCope20. That'll give you 20% off the entire site.